Well, Buddhism could certainly take a lead in eco-policy, or whatever you like to call it. I mean, you know, we should be really be about taking what we need, or using what we need, and, you know, making sure that we, you know, regenerate resources, and making sure we've got a world for people that come after us to, you know, a world that people want to live in, and not, you know, not being wasteful and not going down this consumer route of, you know, disposable lifestyle. We can't sustain it, can we?
What you learn in Buddhism and what you experience when you become more aware is the connections that everything has between each other. And that's what climate change is all about. It's an effect. It's demonstrating what happens when things in one place change and how they can affect other things. And also how, if you ignore or make those changes without an awareness of that, what a dramatic effect it can have on your environment that way.
I suppose, well, it's all about awareness, isn't it, really? It's all about kind of, well, what effects do our actions have on ourselves, other people, and our environment? So I suppose some of that is actually about, well, we need to kind of educate ourselves more. We need to get a bit more aware of kind of how things impact on the climate. I think because Buddhism makes you more sensitive, really, like practicing meditation. It does kind of sensitise you to what impact you're having.
It's very difficult, unless you're particularly charismatic, to influence a whole group of people to change their behaviour. But one of the things that I found most useful about following a Buddhist path is that there's an emphasis on personal responsibility, and if everybody takes a bit of personal responsibility, there'll be bigger changes than if a government tries to make people change in that country. So again, I think that's where Buddhism can have something to offer that way.
I think it's probably very difficult to get involved in that kind of higher level political world, really. I think probably the kind of community action thing is probably, and that makes such a difference anyway, doesn't it, really? That changes the grassroots chain, then feeds up rather than trying to be at the top feeding down. I think that's probably the most effective way, I would have thought.
I think in Buddhism we tend to demonstrate how we'd like to see things rather than talk about it.
Yeah.
The practicality of it is something that politicians seem to talk about a lot, how they could, but then they have to pay somebody else to do it, whereas actually embodying it and living it, exemplification, is the way that we can show other people, and if other people see what we're doing and how we're doing it, it gives them a choice to actually either pick it up and take it with them and do it themselves, or at least see that somebody can do it. And quite often I've noticed that Buddhists just tend to do that. Getting political and radical and argumentative, which politicians seem to do about everything, just seems such a waste of energy, when actually people could just do it.
Now's your chance to shine.
It's about the awareness, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
the awareness of that
interconnectedness.
Yeah, that's a good word, yeah.
This is the way of things.
This is the way of things.
What arises will pass away.
What arises will pass away.